Today on Tanaka Homestead, I'm going to show you how to harvest sweet potato vines. Yeah, I said it correctly. We're going to harvest the vines. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, what do you mean the vines? I'm actually going to be harvesting my sweet potato tubers in a couple of weeks because they're almost ready to harvest. But in the meantime, and as the sweet potatoes grow, you can harvest the vines. They're edible, they're delicious. They're an excellent source of vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, and actually taste similar to spinach or turnip green when they're cooked. I would say that if you eat them raw, which you certainly can, you can include them in coleslaw or salads. They tend to have a little bit more of a bitter taste, but once you cook them, they lose that bitterness and they taste awesome. So let's go out to the garden and let's take a look at some vines to harvest so that we can cook them. So here are all my sweet potato vines. Look at them. An overabundance. They're even taking over my pathway here, but it's fine. I'm going to be harvesting these in a few weeks. I did my best to suspend a trellis in the back, and that's actually worked well. Instead of them taking over the entire garden, which I have had happen in the past, it's only taken over this pathway. Regardless, it's a sign of good growth, and I'm not too upset about it. So here are all my sweet potato vines, okay, and leaves. And here's a perfect example. Here's the main vine here that all the smaller vines and leaves come off of. I leave the main vine alone, but when I come out here to harvest leaves so that I can eat them, I will go for not the main vine, but all of the vines that come off where the leaves are attached. These tend to be more tender. Now, some people peel the outer part of these off before they eat them. There's no issue with that. You can just saute it just like this. I've always heard that you want to choose the leaves that are darker because they contain more nutrients, antioxidants, vitamins, and all that. So if you can, try to get the darker leaves. I'm going to go ahead and start harvesting some of these. I don't use any chemicals on my sweet potato vines, really on any of my plants in the garden. At most, I'll do Dawn dish soap and maybe a little bit of oil, or I'll use food grade diatomaceous earth. So I'm not concerned about eating these at all. See that? I just cut the smaller stem, not the main one. You have to be careful of this. This can be an irritant sometimes to the skin. But here's your leaf. Beautiful. I'm gonna set that down. So I'm just gonna start cutting some of these. And remember, when you're cooking these, they're gonna cook down, you know, kind of like spinach. I mean, it's not gonna stay. So the point is, you wanna make sure that you cut a lot, because when it cooks down, it might look like you don't have much. So I'm gonna go through. Beautiful. These are gorgeous. Like I said, I'm gonna get the tender ones, the small tender vines. Well, there you have it. Here are all my sweet potato vines and leaves that I just harvested. It's so neat to be able to grow sweet potatoes, which everybody enjoys. I think most people do. But then while you're growing the sweet potatoes, you can be harvesting these, and it's an excellent source of greens. I mean, this, like I said, is a spinach substitute. So it's a fascinating plant to me that you're able to essentially eat all parts of it. I mean, that's pretty neat. Nothing goes to waste there. So I'm gonna go ahead, go inside, I'm gonna clean these. I'm gonna use some garlic and onion, and then I'm gonna saute these. and I guarantee you they're going to be delicious. So that's about it. Thank you so much for watching our channel. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button, and happy sweet potato vine harvesting. Bye-bye.